Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Edna and Harvey, the Breakout. And when last we left off, we're finally back in the main part of the asylum. And we have two items that we can cause extra mayhem and mess with. The barkeeper's signature and Strawbert Strawson and its ability to get spittle absolutely everywhere. And you know what that means? That's right, we're going to go on a mayhem mass tour and cause mayhem absolutely everywhere that we can. Let's get started in the room where the game began, Edna's cell, by trying to use the barkeeper's signature on the pads around us. This isn't likely to work because she objected to using Dr. Marcel's signature on them, but it's worth a go.
No, those are my cushions.
Indeed, I'm sorry for getting you to reiterate that, but maybe we can spit on them.
Good idea. I can suck the lint out of the gaps with this.
Not quite what I thought you'd do, but it's very silly nonetheless. Now let us see if we can doodle on this table some more. Use signature. Sometimes it's not very good with getting the use thing done, but there we go. Use on the table. Marvelous, it's even more messy. Straw?
You're grasping for straws.
That's not quite true. I already have a straw in hand. I'm grasping for silly interactions, but I'll let you have that one. Barkeeper's signature here?
This is my door.
Indeed. Just thought I'd check. What about the straw?
You're grasping for straws.
We've been over this, but again, I'll let you off. What about just drawing on the chair?
Edna was here.
Indeed, Edna was here. Won't be for much longer, though.
Dr. Marcel was here.
Nothing changes if I use Dr. Marcel's signature again. And finally...
XXX.
Now it is owned by 3 people, and they shall do battle to determine who claims ownership of the chair.
That wouldn't restore the damage now, would it?
Maybe it would. Who knows? There's nothing more I want to do in here, so let's get out of here and go to the office, which is already an absolute state. But before I do, what happens if we try and use the straw with the ventilator?
That could suck all the fun out of the game in a hurry.
That is impossible, Edna. There is an infinite amount of fun in this game to be had. You cannot drain away infinity. Don't try, it won't work. Now, what can we mess up here? We also have to be careful that we don't get rid of the cocktail glass, so we're not going to be putting it in the chimney, and we're not going to be using it on the bin with the infinite supply of paper cups. The same applies for Strawbert Strawson. Let's start with the signature on the desk. Marvelous. And the chair?
XXX.
Even better. And finally... Brilliant. Now it is time to use the straw. Spittle must go everywhere. And I never thought I'd be saying that in any game I played, but this game is a game of firsts. There we go. Spittle right on the desk. What about the chair?
Good idea. I'll suck the lint out of the gaps. I take it back. Not a good idea at all.
That was a different line. My patience was rewarded. Finally, using the straw here. Wait, what about the pinking shears? They could be used as well. Oh, they can. We have to go back to our cell. We have to try and use the pinking shears on the pads on the wall. I doubt it's going to work, but it's worth a go. We're right here. We might as well. It's not that far to go.
I've done enough slashing for now.
That you have. Worth checking. Let's quickly pop back and not do anything with outside because we really don't need to. We'll leave Bladder exactly where he is. We can't fire anything on him that will actually stay after all. Now let us go back to the door on this side and see if we can doodle on it.
This is my door.
And yet you scribbled anyway. How silly.
If I stick the straw into the keyhole, I might be able to peek at the other side. Shoot, I can only see up to the knee.
Exactly the same as when we tried that with the Keymaster's door. And unfortunately, we can't do anything with this chair because it's now a part of the scenery. Alas. Now I want to go in here for a number of reasons. The main reason being that I want to cause mayhem. But also I want to see... we haven't yet spelled WC. This room, which is the Keymaster's room, we can now recognise that because we've been in there, the light needs to be on. And this is the room that we emerge on the second floor in. That room has to have the light off. Then it will spell WC. We can solve that puzzle when we're done here. For now, let us put even more X's on this because there are X's already. There we go. And X's over here. And spittle over here. Marvellous. Can we put spittle on the water dispenser?
Empty.
No, we cannot. Let's go. I don't want to try and offer Bladder the straw. He may end up taking it, and we don't want him to have it, do we? What we do want to do, though, is mess up this, and I need to use the pinking shears on that plant in Bladder's room. I forgot to do so. Silly me. That's done, though, and that's very important. Now, let us sign here. And pinking shears. Excellent. Now, there's something we need to do here. Something that is very important indeed, and that is that we need to sign this with the barkeeper's signature.
Darn it.
It didn't even show us anything there, but still, it foiled us. What about the straw?
Darn it.
How did we manage to spit a signature? We'll never know. Before we go into the break room, I'm just going to pop back to Bladder's room and do the thing with the pinking shears. We need to, after all. It is our duty to do so. The cleaner is not going to have a fun day. And neither is the person that waters the plants. Nobody is going to have a fun day once Edna leaves, that's for sure. There we go. Perfect. Now to the break room. Round here we go. It's nice to be back here. It's nice to have access to absolutely everywhere. Right, we can do stuff here. Now there's a crosshair as well. Nobody's going to miss.
Bullseye!
That's nowhere near the bullseye, but that's okay. Now let us doodle here. Right there. It's very small, but we can see it. Now let's try and put some spittle here. All we can do is have a drink, confirming what I thought would happen if we tried to use the one in the bathroom. So let's not try the other ones of those, and instead head down to the next floor. Someone really needs to paste that back to the wall. Now we want to go into here. Because there's one thing that we can do, and that is that we can doodle on the pillow. And then attack it with the pinking shears? Yes, we can! And finally, we can use the straw. That really needs a clean. Really badly. I'm sure it'll happen at some point. Or Dr. Marcel will just kneel on it, and then he'll have to clean his trousers. Now that we're here, we can use the straw in the lounge. Aha! Try sitting on that. Wait, we did that to our chair. Darn it. let's quickly go and try and use this here on the plant. Have to be very particular with where we click. There we go. Brilliant. It's small, but it's there. Mayhem! So much mayhem! It's so small, and yet you can see it. You can all see it. And while we're here, there are X's on that piece of paper. Can we use the straw?
I'd love to, but there are no pins left.
Let's not try using the straw on any more message boards, shall we? But we can use it here. Yes, we can. Look at the attention to detail there. Somebody thought maybe someone will go back to this room and use the straw on this, so let us add a tiny bit of spittle if somebody does. That is just such dedication right there. Also, we could grab more ketchup and mustard. The interaction with Mr. Frog, by the way, confirms that you need at least one of the ketchup or mustard to complete the game. At least I think so. We're probably going to need his coat hanger. And while we're here... Perfect. Looks exactly like him. And there's some spit. And finally... Brilliant. I hope he didn't pay very much for that. Oh, who am I kidding? He probably did. And now we've ruined it! Forever. Can we do anything in here? We could probably spit on these towels.
Yes, this one really should be dried. Whoa, is this all my spittle? Wow.
That's a lot of spittle. Don't worry, we're going to get more spittle on it in a moment. Let's go through here. Which will bring us to this doormat. And you know what we need to do to this doormat, folks? We need to doodle on it. And we need to spit on it.
Let's see if I can find anything. Whoa. Fruity.
Fruity? What was under there? Wait, don't tell me. I don't want to know. I really don't. You're probably going to tell me anyway, aren't you? If you don't, Harvey will. Look at that! It is so blurry, and yet it is there. Tiny X's right there. We also missed a door. A door all the way back up on the floor with the pillow. We should probably go and do that now. We're not that far away. In my excitement to go and cause mayhem, I overlooked it. And that is terrible. Also, I was trying to hide there. Hiding there really wouldn't work. It is a pretty open place. We want to go into here. And we want to mess around with this. Because we can. Let us use the barkeeper signature if the game will let me. There we go. Brilliant. 3 X's mark the spot. And finally, the straw. The game is very particular about using the straw. I'll have to use straw here.
It may look similar, but it's not a cable.
That it isn't. Well spotted. I barely noticed. Now let's go back down. That was very important. We definitely had to do that. The fate of the game and Edna depended upon doodling on that switch. Now that we're back here, let's go through this door. That does bring us back here. There are a few things I do want to do here while we're passing. One of them is not interact with Mr. Frog. We are going to doodle on these laundry bags. Like so. And then we're going to spit on them. Excellent. Now they are incredibly dirty. We'll be back, Mr. Frog, don't worry. Won't be too long. There's this room that we can go into. I don't think there's anything we can actually do mayhem related here. This is officially the worst room ever. And now we will go down here. And I don't think there's anything we can do here either. No, there isn't. So, let's back up, make our way back to this room, and when we come back, folks, we have caused an adequate amount of extra mayhem. Doodling everything, but not everything. I don't think we can actually do anything with that from here, but we can do something with it here. You bet we're going to try and mess this up all over again. because why let the cleaning actually last? We'll just make it messy again, and then they'll have to clean it all over again. Actually, who cleaned it? That's a good question. Maybe that new hire moved it down to here. But how did they do that without us noticing? Mysteries abound. And so, when we come back, folks, we've caused all the extra mayhem that we can. It's time to get that coat hanger and see if we can talk to Mr. Frog. He has been in there a while. I hope he's okay. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.